All right, so we got a segment called It's a Dirty Game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read a story, right? And a lot of times I get these stories, but people submit them from Reddit. You guys know what Reddit is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they submit it, and yeah, we're just going to listen to it. All right? So me, I'm a 28-year-old male. My ex is a 36-year-old female. We were together for about 4 years and some change. After the first month, she gets an IUD. Now, I'm not fully knowledgeable about birth control and stuff like that, but she told me it would last 5 years until it needed to be replaced. Needless to say, that meant condoms weren't an issue. Fast forward to last month, we were at the store buying stuff for lunch. She mentions that she's feeling sick and wants to take a pregnancy test. Me being the idiot that I am, I just laugh and think she's joking, but turns out she wasn't. I asked how can she be pregnant, and she revealed that she got her IUD taken out a month prior and she didn't tell me. She takes the test, and surprise, she's pregnant. I asked her if we should take another test just to be sure, and she tells me this is her 4th test in 2 days, and all of them said pregnant. It's crazy as fuck. Now, I'm not opposed to being a father, but when we started talking about either moving into my apartment or hers, she brings up her nephew moving in with us too. She has a younger brother who I think is like 32. I never bothered to ask. And this guy's a mess and a half. He has 2 sons that he ditched off on his mom, and my ex has been raising them. I have no ill will towards the kids or anything because I'm really not around him to have a connection with him, but she considers him her son now. She got upset and told me I'm not fit to be a father if I can't take her son as well. I get the pregnancy hormones are a thing and all of that, but she's blocked me on everything, phone, Facebook, and I don't know what to do. Good. I want to be part of the kid's life, whether or not me and her are together. It's a real rock and a hard place scenario for me. What do you think about that? Sucker. You think he's a sucker?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Why? What makes him a sucker?
Them bad ass jits in my crib. These niggas be scared to talk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's my brother. Well, congratulations. Bye. Don't give a fuck. They be scared to talk.
Crying.
They think they go just lose it.
Yeah.
I don't have that mentality. Lose it and find somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
40, bitch.
What you all think about that as women? Somebody that had an IUD tell you that they got IUD and then they just remove it. You think that's entrapment?
Look how they got the nice smile. Don't really say too much girl code.
No, I don't think it's entrapment.
Okay, so she didn't trap him by removing the IUD and not telling him.
No.
Uh-huh.
But if I remove my condom and nut in you, is that entrapment?
It's sexual assault. Right.
I go to jail. And you have sympathy for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she can do what she wants with her body.
Yeah.
This is something you're doing with your body.
Yeah.
You're taking the condom off of
Making
yourself.
me feel good with my body.
Listen, but you're inserting it inside of her. This is
get-
something she's taking out of her body, and you're still putting your raw dick inside of her and then ejaculating into her, and now she's pregnant. And she still could have gotten pregnant even with the IUD.
Yes.
So I get your point. And I agree with your point, right? So do you don't think she should have had a conversation, even though it's what she's doing with her body, right? So it's not a conversation of, can I do it, right? I'm not asking for your permission.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you this is what I'm going to do so we can have a proper expectation set of the consequences of if we continue with this action.
No, for sure.
You don't think she owed him that?
No, for sure. Morally, yeah, she should have had a conversation with him that would have been ethically correct.
Okay.
But do I think it's entrapment? No, because there's still risks even with her having an IUD and him still coming in her.
Okay.
So you still have to factor those risks into what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think while having the IUD and those risks, I think I can be accountable for it because I understand that, hey, the preventative measures were there. But, you know what I'm saying, we just fell on the other side of the 99.9 or whatever the percentage is, right? We just fell on the other side, so I get it. But you're removing it, and then, oh, yeah, I need a pregnancy test. I think that shit is crazy. What you think, Treasure? I think that's a dirty game. I think I couldn't imagine, especially me as a person that doesn't want kids, and this is why I never nut in no joint. I don't give a fuck what she says, whether she's on IUD, I don't even play with that shit at all because I don't want my fate in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my body, my choice. All right, well,
That is
fuck that.
true.
I'm gonna take that all the way from you. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think?
I think that she should have told him
Mhm.
just because they were in a relationship for X amount of years. Even though it is her body, her choice,
Yeah.
she didn't have to ask. But I feel that it should have been a conversation like, hey, da da da. So then maybe they could have started using condoms.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you. You have siblings?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, brothers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So if this was your brother's story, what would you say? And how would you feel? What advice would you give your brother, or what would you tell him? I mean, it's no advice. It is what it is. It's happening. But what would you tell your brother?
I mean, be responsible for your kid.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be like upset. Obviously, yeah, she should have talked to him about it, but it's just kind of like, just like you said, you put in your responsibility in someone else's hands
Yeah.
to take responsibility fully for it.
Mhm.
You don't know if she ever had an IUD to begin with.
That's
That
also
real
true.
now.
So it's
Okay.
just kind of
Good
like,
point.
Oh, that's really true.
I don't know.
For real.
Like, you just have to be responsible for your actions. It happened. Baby's coming. Do what you have to do.
Prepare.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, because in this scenario she blocked him, right? So how would you say? And of course, it's hypothetical. We don't know. How would you get around that?
As far as what?
Like, okay, she blocked me. She said she having this baby, and she blocked me on everything. Like, what would you advise him to do? This guy, if he's your brother, this guy, what would you advise him to do?
Take it to the courts.
Okay.
Don't just let somebody, like, you just can't let somebody take your kid
Mhm.
away from you. That's crazy. You fight for your kid. And find a way to find them. I mean, shit, there are all type of ways.
Yeah,
Private
you could do-
investigators, I don't know, but find a way.
67. What is
What
it?
you think?
It's not 67.
What you think?
Email her.
I think it's another nigga baby. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's another nigga baby. And when he was like, "Oh, all right, fuck it then. I think that.
So you'll just be like, fuck it?
You can't ask me. I don't want no kids. But if it did happen,
But you
I think I would do my due diligence to at least get a paternity test to see. You know what I'm saying? To see.
Yeah.
Only because I don't want you telling me what I can do. It ain't even really about the kid. It's just because you're not finna tell me you can't see your kid. I don't really like that. That don't sit right with me. So I would do my due diligence to get the paternity test and then go from there. But I don't know. Something about I just think I think it's another nigga baby. I don't know. For some reason, just how she carrying it. Like all of a sudden I'm blocking you. I don't want you to see her shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But what do you think about it? What would you do, Coop?
They like to do the opposite of what the nigga want. So he want to see the kid, now you block. Just don't care. She'll come back.
Oh my God.
Hey, that is a fact though.
Yeah, that's what they
If
do.
that nigga acted like he was like very like, oh man,
I don't give a
fuck
fuck.
that kid.
You're gonna watch your baby.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah,
I want to
for
see
sure.
my baby. You're not seeing your baby.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Whatever you want, they want the opposite. So
Yeah.
just play the game.
Nah,
with
that's
her.
a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. But Kings, the moral of the story is stay focused and keep the responsibility, keep the leverage, keep the power in your in your hands. Don't give it to her. Or you'll be on the segment of
It's a dirty game.